Good evening to you and welcome to Team Talk. I'm Keilan Webster. Here's tonight's lineup. Gills secure a big comeback win. We check out Kent's new tennis centre and find out who won February's Goal of the Month. It was another busy weekend of football across Kent with important games being played at the bottom and top of the various leagues. Here's a roundup of the action. We start in the Ryman South, where two playoff hopefuls met as Hythe hosted Carshalton. There was just a point between the sides at the start of play, with both teams gunning for a top 5 finish with the dream of promotion in mind. It was the Kent side that struck first, Ben Wilson capitalising on a poor clearance to volley past Joe Tupper. The hosts were hit with a sucker punch seconds before the break. Ryan Gondo got down the right-hand side and crossed for Carshalton captain Bobby Price to head home the equaliser. With 15 minutes to play, Hythe regained the lead as Wilson grabbed his second of the afternoon. His free kick from the right evaded everyone to find the net and make it 2-1. Athletic refused to be beaten, however, and with 9 minutes to play, they levelled again. Top scorer Tommy Bradford turned provider as he headed down for Kingsley Akiombe to slam in another equaliser. Carshalton almost completed the turnaround, but missed a golden chance late on to claim the points. The draw means Hythe is 7th, a point behind Carshalton, who occupy the final playoff spot. Elsewhere in the division, Sittingbourne visited Chipstead. Bricky's debutant Keanu Williams scored after 2 minutes to put the visitors in front, and then slotted home here to make it 2-0 in the second half. Sittingbourne couldn't hold on though, as Matthew Warren pulled one back, before Chris O'Flaherty scored this free kick with 8 minutes to play. Elsewhere in the south, Herne Bay won at Horsham. Faversham were the only Kent losers going down at South Park. Ramsgate beat Three Bridges and Chatham boosted their survival chances winning at Walton Casuals. In League One, Gillingham pulled off a remarkable comeback against Scunthorpe on Saturday. Josh Wright scored 3 penalties in 9 minutes as the Gills came from 2-0 down to win 3-2, and the midfielder explains his thought process behind the unique hat-trick.
I took the first one and I changed my way I was going to go, to be honest with you, as I was running up, and then the second one was a little bit nervous, more nervous than the first, and I debated maybe letting someone else take it because I've seen that happen before in midweek with Messi did it, but once I scored the second one there was no way I wasn't going to take the third.
The result moves the Gills up to 16th in the table, 7 points clear of the relegation zone. They host promotion-chasing Bolton tomorrow evening, and manager Adi Pennock knows they can't get too carried away with Saturday's result.
We can't rest on these games that we've been winning. We've got to get these points as quick as we can because survival is what it's all about. And let's hope there's more to come those sort of nights. We need those sort of days and nights back here. But I'm under no illusions. It's still going to be tough till the end of the season.
In the National League South, Dartford conceded a late equaliser to draw at Concord. Ebbsfleet scored 3 first-half goals at St Albans, and Margate finally got a win at the 20th attempt, defeating Gosport. Ebbsfleet continued to do battle with Maidenhead at the top of the table, with Dartford a place behind them. At the bottom, Margate remain bottom, now 10 points adrift of safety. And finally, in the Ryman Premier, Folkestone got an important win against Wingate, whilst Tunbridge remain in the playoff places following a draw at Stainstown. There are also important matches being played in the hockey leagues over the weekend, with Canterbury's sides fighting for survival, whilst Holcombe look to keep their title hopes alive. It turned out to be a fantastic weekend for Canterbury. On Saturday, the women took on Reading at Polo Farm. An early goal from Grace Ballston and a late winner from Sarah Curley led the side to a 2-1 win. Canterbury's men were in action on Sunday against top-of-the-table Wimbledon and defied the odds to beat them 5-2. A brace from Tom Bean helped them to inflict Wimbledon's only defeat of the season so far. The win for Canterbury's men gave Holcombe the chance to close the gap on leaders Wimbledon at the top of the table, but they failed to take that chance, losing 4-1 to East Grinstead. And meanwhile, the Hawks women drew 2-2 away at Slough. Andy Murray might have endured a frustrating weekend, losing in the Indian Wells second round, but his Wimbledon triumph last summer has helped boost tennis across the country. Medway's new Avenue Tennis Centre is hoping to capitalise on the sport's recent increase in popularity, and we went to check it out ahead of this week's official launch. Avenue Tennis is Medway's new £8 million tennis centre and the first of its kind in the county.
It has 17 indoor and outdoor courts designed for all age groups from paying members to enthusiastic children.
Ahead of its official opening later this month, we decided to try out one of the courts ourselves.
The Lobster is a serving machine used to help improve your game, so how many of its serves could we return?
gold. Perhaps I was a bit too premature at putting this score up, but what did one of the centre's coaches make of our efforts? Alex, how do you think we got on? What did we do well?
Well, first of all, you got on court. That's always a good thing. You hit your forehands really well. Didn't see any backhands though. So next time we're going to get on those backhands, hit some of those.
Room for improvement then, and despite what their name suggests, the centre's slogan of #NotJustTennis means there's more to the facility than just the racket sports.
So with that in mind, Alex took us for a look around the gym and explained how their innovative fob system works.
You get your personal training program put on here. So anything that you do in the gym, you can track it all through your fob. So what you do is you place your fob into the machine, and that will log you in, and that will tell you exactly what you need to do. So it'll come up with my name, it'll come up with my own picture, and it'll be my program set on there. So it'll tell me if I'm doing 20 kilograms for 10 reps, 3 sets, it'll tell me what I need to do, track all my movements, and the more you do in the gym, the higher up the leaderboard you get, which is the ultimate goal.
Not only that, but these high-tech treadmills allow you to browse the internet whilst working out.
Which means you can even watch your favourite shows whilst burning those calories. Good taste, Alex.
Avenue Tennis seems like the perfect place to get fit and track your progress.
And with its 4 acres worth of tennis courts and professional coaches on hand to help out, it's a great environment for the next Andy Murray to flourish. Just don't forget those backhands. And just before we go, it's time to tell you about February's Goal of the Month winner. It was a tight battle for much of the week with Tunbridge Angels' Luke Allen, but Gillingham's Ollie Muldoon was the winner, picking up 48% of the votes with this strike in a friendly against Patro Isden. And that's all from us this evening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat using the handle KM_Team Talk. We'll be back again next Monday with all the latest sports stories from across Kent. Until then, have a great week. Good night.